So guys, today we will build a workflow together. I will build this workflow from scratch. I have not planned it out, not any of that, and I will share my thought process along the way to hopefully help you in the future to build better workflows, maybe even to build your first workflow, and I bet that we can learn a lot from each other. The workflow that I sorted out for today that I want to build and that will also be helpful for me in my everyday life is a sort of content idea generator for YouTube. So I will use a trigger to get the newest trends from the internet in my niche AI automation. And then based on that and on the previous videos on my channel, it will generate content ideas for the next week so that I don't have to think about that myself. Because today I spent around 30 minutes figuring out what video to make. The first thing that we're going to need for this is an RSS feed. I've already looked it up, so we're going to go to the RSS feed app and then create a new feed. We're going to go for YouTube in my case, like you can also do LinkedIn, Instagram, whatever. It also doesn't need to be the same platform that you want content recommended for. You can just search for trends on Instagram and then in the end make a YouTube video about those trends. Like that just works too. But we're actually going to have to enter a YouTube URL here in this little thing. This YouTube URL you just get by searching for the web page that you want to. So in my case, I searched for AI automation trends, and then I applied the filters. So for me, that was only videos from the last week and like the top videos, so the videos with the most views. And this is the URL that was shown up here. And then we simply click generate. You paste the URL in here and then click generate. And now we wait until that's done. And then we click on save feed. And then up here is the XML that we can copy. We need this for NNN. This is the XML that you want. We go back to NNN and we're going to select our trigger, which will be an RSS feed trigger. So we're going to make this, in my case, every week because I want it once a week on Fridays, let's say 20, so 8 p.m. And down here, you're going to have to add the feed URL, and then we can fetch a test event, see if it works. And you can see it has brought us some details. This should be one of the videos. I'm not going to look that up now, but it is because, I mean, we've seen it here. That's exactly the videos that were shown previously. So now what we're going to add next is an AI. So in my case, OpenAI, and we're going to message a model. You could also do this with the agent, but I'm just going to do it like that quickly. So of course, connect the OpenAI account. I already did that. And resource is text, operation, message a model, and we are going to go with GPT of 4 mini. That usually always works best, and it's not as expensive. And what I like to do here is just first of all give it a message for system. So what it is, you can just we'll just write a prompt for it now. So for system, this is pretty fast. You are an assistant for Moritz Schölderle, a young content creator in the space of AI automation. Okay, so that's usually the first message I will input, and then I'll click another message, and this is the user message. So, oh no, actually, wait. No, exactly. So now we're gonna go here. I just messed this up right now. Here's where we're gonna add the information. So I will just pretty quickly go to text editor and write the entire the entire prompt. So click here, and now we can write the prompt. So you are a young Okay, so I've now written the prompt. This is just really saying you are an assistant for Moritz Schölderle, a young content creator in the space of AI automation. You will be given information from the trend RSS feed that searches for YouTube videos. Take that information as well as the previous videos from below and generate attractive content ideas for my YouTube channel. Generate 5 ideas for each of them. Give me a title and a short description. Make sure that the idea fits my channel. Then I put some previous videos that I made or the titles of them, and then use these as reference for your titles and ideas. Here's the information from the RSS feed. These are YouTube videos. I do not want to copy them, so make your ideas different and be creative here. Okay, so here's where we're going to put the variable from the previous node. Why I like to do this in text editor is just because I think it's much more better and you can format it much better. In here, there's just like this little window and it can get pretty messy pretty fast. So we're just gonna copy this in here. And now we're gonna go back here. And after this point, we're going to put the title of the video that we pulled from RSS feed. And now, yes, it's actually put it. We need to put this behind the double point, of course. Then everything else, not really interesting. Okay, so that should do. That's just one title. And now, okay, well, I mean, now we can test. We can test the step. I told it to generate 5 ideas. So we'll now execute and then hopefully come up. Here are 5 different content ideas. Okay, so it outputs them as like a long text, but this should be fine at first. Like, of course, you can always tell it to output, for example, to output this as JSON, which we're going to do, and then test it again and then see if it works. Because sometimes I get an error then if we do it like that. But we can just try this out pretty fast. And now, okay, yeah, so now it actually worked. The future of retail, how AI will transform your shopping experience, automation, automating your retail business tools and tips for 2025, and unlocking the secret of AI and trends. Okay, so I think we'll have to tell it to, at the very end, they should really match my content, so be about NN and tools I can actually build and make tutorials on. Okay, so now let's test it again and see what it outputs now, if the ideas are any better. This is how working with AI mostly works, because you like have to train it. You have to, it's like a dog. You will have to train it many times. You will have to give it information again and again. You have to fine tweak. Like sometimes just one word can make a difference in the end. So prompt engineering should really be like the main focus of your work, and to get really good at that. So now we can look again, automating retail insights and workflows for 2025 trends. Supercharge your e-commerce with NNN. The automation guys future-proof your business and workflows for AI-powered retail. Create a smart shopping assistant using NNN and ChatGPT, and visualize retail data and integration with by tools. Okay, this could actually be something. Of course, this like the one video it fetched from the RSS feed trigger is about retail, so it will always have something to do with it. But I actually like these a lot better. So we can now go here, and I want it to email them to me. So we're just going to finish this setup of the workflow real quick, and then we can get into some fine tuning at the end. But just so that we have like the main skeleton of the workflow done. We're going to finish this right now. So we're going to send a message to operation send. So now I'm just going to add my email. So this is it. Then the subject is just going to be AI YouTube video ideas. The Gmail type is just going to be a text, I think. And then for the message, we're going to add in these are the 5 content ideas I generated. And then we're gonna go with I will just add them in like these little things in like little brackets so that it's more organized. We go here. You can of course like you can do the formatting however you want. I'm just gonna do it like this because that works for me. But you can always like go differently. And yeah, so let me just jump to the end. I will put all of them in brackets now, and then we'll see us. So I have now finished putting all of this in here, and we can now just test the step pretty fast if it really sends it out. Problem Gmail node. The provided authorization did not work. Okay, so let me just maybe select this and connect it to a different account, then test it again. Okay, so I will just have to do something with my credential real quick, and we'll see each other after that. Okay, guys, it was just something with an API key that I had to like reconnect, and now I actually tested it and it works. I just ran into a different problem, so I can show you now. I sent the first of these, and it actually didn't send any of the variables with it, and that is because the AI in the second run, as you can see here, how we added it in the first run, so json.message.content ideas, and this time it's called content.video ideas, which of course is not optimal. So I've now copied this little thing here, and I will ask the AI to always output that format. So always call your output fitting to this path, and then I will put that in here. So just JSON message title, and now hopefully it will output them as content underscore ideas, because this is the best way. Yes, and now it's output them correctly. So this is how we want it. Now this should work again, so we can go here, and now we can just test the entire workflow once. So let's just run this once. It outputs one item from the RSS feed trigger, puts that into OpenAI, and then there's another problem with invalid syntax. So it's once again, let's just see how far that's different. So it's now json.message.content.json message content ideas. Okay, so this is completely wrong now. This is actually kind of, I put it wrong. So we're gonna make it, or just always call the array content underscore ideas. Always call the array content underscore ideas. Now we test it again, and now maybe it will work, maybe it will not work. So this is just really good that you can see how the testing works, because sometimes, yeah, again, syntax error. So I'll put them as content ideas, and then now just this one was wrong, and oh yeah, right, of course, left this in here, and we of course need to put the 0 in here again, and now it should actually work. So we test this now. It's still, if it works now, it's not a guarantee that it works every single time. So there, now you see it worked, and we should have gotten all the content ideas. This is just the previous message. Now we can refresh, and there's the YouTube content ideas. Automate your retail business, integrating an end-to-end with e-commerce platforms. Discover how to supercharge your retail operations by integrating an end-to-end with popular e-commerce platforms like Shopify and WooCommerce. So that's the idea now, so that it works now. For the most part, that's what we wanted to. Now we need to fine-tune the prompt so that it actually gives us fitting content. I'm not going to make videos over integrating in it and with e-commerce platforms. So maybe we can even like change this trigger. Nope, we'll have to do it differently. So let's just look in here. I usually didn't want it to only output one video. It should actually output many. So this is actually the video that I got all the information from, by the way. So it just took the first video, but I usually wanted to take all of them and take multiple, so that it can have different influence, and like from all of them together gets the information. I will now just description, Rails, XML, display order AS. Okay. XML should work actually. So it also has it really just output one video. So I'm gonna have a look into that, and then when I found out how it works, then I'll tell you. Okay guys, I now actually found the solution. When we're just testing the trigger, it will always just pull one item, because otherwise, like, they don't want to shut off the workflow with too many items when just testing. So this should actually do it, because when we just normally run the workflow, it will go for items. We will now actually add a limit here, because I don't want every item to be like, I don't want this to input like 100 items. So we're just going to put 5 here, and then it will like use these 5 items. We will now go in here, and you're an assistant, take information as well as the previous videos. Here's some previous videos. Here's the information from the RSS feed. 1 to 5 videos and their titles. Video titles. Exactly. So now that should be perfect, and now we can just test it once again. Like I just said, it will only output one item, because it just we're just testing it. But we can now go back here, can actually delete this one and reload, and now it has, these are 5 content ideas I generated. Integrating Llama Index with NNN, a step-by-step guide. Discover how to seamlessly integrate Llama Index with NNN to enhance your workflow automation. LangChain versus Llama Index. Creating an automated lead generation system using NNN and Llama Index. Using LangChain with NNN, automation complex data tasks easy. Building custom RAG workflows in NNN with LangChain and Llama Index. So this is exactly what we're looking for. This is the end product, and here's the workflow again. Once again, if you haven't quite yet understood the workflow, we will get information from the RSS feed trigger that we created. We will limit the amount of information that we'll go through, and then use the prompt that we put into OpenAI to generate content ideas personalized for us in here. You could of course do this with an AI agent. Maybe I will do it in the future, and then you can like add your own content as memory, your own YouTube channel as memory, and you can then scrape your YouTube channel for all your videos, and you won't have to add them in yourself. Maybe that's something for the future, but for now, this is just a very simple automation that everyone can build, and that will still be very helpful. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the content. This is the longest video I've made so far, and I hope it wasn't boring in between. I hope the cutting went quite well. And yeah, hope to see you soon again on the channel. Leave a like, leave a description if you want to follow me, and if you want to get more information and further information on N8N, AI automations and all that stuff. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.